Hello, welcome back to Just Opinion Media Review, and today's media is Kill Her Goats. So the movie starts off with a college graduate girl. Her father just bought her a house, and she invited her friends over. Well, I'd say it's about like 20 minutes of her just walking around the house. This house used to be owned by a rich family, and I guess a rich, powerful family, and then I guess they, died off, and nobody wanted to buy this house, so the father would end up getting this house for pretty cheap, and supposedly it's, haunted, and so she's like walking around, she's like monologuing everything, like, I should do this, I do like wine, and it's just like, okay, nobody talks out loud, which is kind of frustrating. But she invites her friends over. They surprise her, and I think she thinks that they dress up in a devil's costume, and they jump her, and she like grabs a rock, and she's about to smash her friend's face in with it, and the girl's like, hey, it's us. So then they do their like slumber party type. They do like a long ass shower scene, which it's a very long ass shower scene, and you think that they're being stalked because of the way the movie's set up. Then they watch a scary movie. One of their friends goes to bed, and again, it's implied that somebody's watching them. Then they're in the room, or this girl, she wakes up and she's like, oh, somebody licked my feet. And instead of being like, oh, you have a dog, because she's like, this girl's like, stop licking my feet. And she gets up and she walks out, and she's like, your dog was licking, to the college girl, she's like, your dog was licking my feet. And the girl's like, I don't have a dog. Oh, somebody was licking my feet. And it's like, okay, you would think that you would be able to you would know that it's a goat, because they find out later that there's just a random goat walking in the house. Now, how's this goat get in there? I don't know. This other girl, while she's sleeping, she gets like teleported or something into like this cemetery, and she's like walking around, and she ends up getting woken up because the two girls are looking for the dog. I used air quotes, dog, and then she's like, oh, well, I'm going back to bed. And then she gets teleported again back to this place, and are back to the cemetery. And then all of a sudden, they're down. The two girls are downstairs, and this goat mask guy, just breaks in with double chainsaws and starts chasing them around. And the two girls end up getting outside, and the college girl is like, whatever her friend's name is, like, hey, count to three, or count the 3 minutes. She said it in time, like, she's like, I think she said 180 seconds, and she's like, 180 seconds, so like, that's 3 minutes or whatever, or I don't know what the exact numbers were, but so because they wanted to go back in and save the friend that's sleeping. So now the girl that's sleeping, like I said, she was teleported, air quotes teleported to this cemetery. She ends up getting grabbed and dragged down into this pool of water, and this is all going on while the two girls are talking. And so the friend goes in, or not the friend, the college girl goes into the house, and she finds her friend dead. So I don't know if the goat man killed her, or if she died in the spirit world. I don't know. The movie never explains it. But then she gets jumped by another goat man. So then she fights him, and as this is going on, the girl outside counts, and she like hears her phone go off, and so her phone's in this shed. So she goes into the shed, and then she gets jumped by another goat man. I think there's 3 goat men but I'm not 100% sure because one of them just like runs off. So that girl gets killed, or gets impaled, and then that goatman leaves, and we're left to assume that this girl is dead. So the college girl ends up escaping and goes out to the pool, not the pool, the down by the dock where there's a river, and she hides in this shed down there, or this boathouse, and she ends up distracting and killing one of the goatmen. She's like, "Who are you? Never mind, I don't care." And she cuts his head off. So then she comes back, or she ends up, I think she just like walks off. So now the sister shows up. This is like, keep in mind, this is like, I want to say an hour and 10 minutes or whatever into the movie. The sister shows up. I'm like, who are you? And the sister, this movie's terrible. She ends up walking into the shed, and she sees one of the dead girls. She's like, oh my god. And she just casually walks away, walks to the front door. She ends up getting jumped by one of the goatmen, but she ends up, this part's the coolest. She just turns around, she has this wine in her hand, like a glass, like a big glass bottle of wine. And the goatman jumps her, and she just turns around and smashes the goatman on the head. And then she runs off. The goatman chases her, but then she finds some type of tool, and she starts stabbing the goatman. And then she takes the mask off, and she's like, "Oh, you're my ex-husband." And he's like, "Yeah, I killed your father. Now I'm gonna kill you." And then the sister ends up, or not, the college girl ends up, stabbing the goatman in the back, and she's like, "Oh, this is my ex." And the college girl's like, "Okay," and then she starts like, continuing stabbing the ex-boyfriend, and the sister's like, "Hey, okay, that's enough. And so then the sister and the college girl get into a fight. The college girl knocks the sister out, and then she's like, the college girl's like, "Well, she'll be upset when she wakes up," and she walks off. And this is where I'm like, I'm already like, not, I don't want to say lost, but I'm just like, this movie makes no sense. So we cut to these other two, this guy and this girl, and he knew the college girl was coming back, and he placed goats in the house, and he's like, now they're searching for the goats, like to round them up. And so he has no, at least they didn't explain it well. I think it was just all coincidence that he put the goat in the house. So the college girl walks up and just like stabs him right in the chest. And his girlfriend that he's with, he's like, he was trying to help you. He was trying, And then the college girl chases her down and beats her to death. So I'm kind of like, what the fuck is happening? And I'm trying to think, and I don't know where to look. But if he's in the comments, there's another movie that did a similar plot to this, where the main character just turns evil, and doesn't care who they start killing. And I couldn't think of what movie it was, but so the college girl ends up coming back she sees her friend in the shed. I guess her friend's still alive, and this is the one that got impaled. So instead of I'm gonna cover that wound up, she just finds a pillow and just suffocates her friend. She's like, this would be better. So it's like, what? And then the movie ends with her putting the for sale sign up on the house and walking away. This movie was absolutely stupid. And anybody who goes, this was a great movie, I don't know what movies you've seen. Honestly, I want to give this movie a 1 out of 5. I'm going to give it a 2. Because there's a lot of... the only saving grace is that So on the cover it says no CGI practical effects, and so the first half hour of the movie it's just this college girl walking around just like speaking everything out instead of because I think we all walk around, we don't realize that we monologue things in our heads, but we don't say it out loud. It just seems weird when you say it out loud. So it's like, why can't you just do a voiceover? Like her mouth doesn't move, but you can hear her thinking her thoughts, because that's what she's doing. But we'll just say it out loud. So the first like half hour, I'm like, there's a lot of nudity in this movie, and so that's why I was gonna get to that with the no CGI practical effects. I'm like, do they mean practical effects by like all the girls in here, or like all natural? Like that, I was like, did I just buy a porno movie? Because like they go through all the actors, and I think three of the six, three of the 5 girls, I think, are former Playboy models, and I think that's because I think one was like the final Playboy model, and then and there's like two Miss whatever months, but like there's a lot of nudity. I mean, like the shower scenes. I think the shower scenes are like there's like 2 shower scenes, and they're like back to back. So you get done with one, and then you go to the next one, and it's like, but it's also kind of like weird because like they're the girls are all kind of covering their like nipples, like somebody's watching them. So like it's like, I don't know, if you weren't, I wish they wouldn't have done the shower scenes if the girls weren't comfortable being naked, because it's just like you could just tell that they're kind of uncomfortable, and you never really saw too much. You might have seen like a nipple or something, but yeah, there was like back to back like 10 minutes of that, and then this girl getting in and out of bed topless and just in her underwear. But so I would give it like a 2 out of 5 because just because of the practical effects, and you could take however you want to take the practical effects, how I said it. But let me know your guys' thoughts. I really, this was the episode that I was like, okay, I had to bring back just opinion media review, because this movie, I just need to talk about how just dumb this movie was. Just how, the writing, it's just like, how do you have somebody going to a spirit world, or I don't even know, maybe it was explained. I swear I watched the whole movie and it just didn't make sense to me, because I know they set it up like, oh, this place is haunted, but like, did that girl die because of the chainsaw guy? Because when the college girl went up there, I mean, she was like all bloody. So it's like, did the chainsaw man kill her? It just happened that she was in the spirit world, or like, are these 2 spirits? But then, these Goatman spirit people, but the one sister knows the one guy, and then I don't know. I just help me. I could look, so just leave in the comments just like, oh, this is what happened, because there's like people who are like, I went on Twitter just to see, like, oh, I'm excited to watch this, and it's like, oh, I wish I could see your updated thoughts of this, like, oh, this was just terrible. But anyways, that's been a review, so I hope you guys enjoyed it, and we'll see you next time.